Hello, my name is Mordred Viking, and I'd like to welcome you to this stream of Total War Three Kingdoms, where we are playing as Gong of the Yellow Turban Rebellion. We started out with just the Wudu copper mine. We took over Wudu's large town, took the silk trader from Marteng, attacked Jincheng, which was also Marteng, took him out completely, moved up, took Jincheng from this guy, Hun Siu, and yeah, we're going from there. I'm trying to remember exactly what I was doing. Oh, we got a military G. Another one. Really?
Bring news of what occurred in my absence.
Oh, we do as well. Interesting. Well, one of those we can probably trade. Let's see if one of our contemporaries in Heiyi, who's wealthier? Huan Shao, definitely. So I'm going to sell you one of my military Gs. In fact, we also have military axes. Let's trade one of those and one of those. And I would like money from you in return, because I'm fairly sure that these are going to be surplus to requirements. I mean, we have a lot of them. And yes, I want you to pay me lots and lots and lots of dosh. This is not a lot of dosh. This is a very average amount of money. Well, instead of that, how about coalition? Ooh, now we're talking. I don't think we're quite ready for that yet, but that does give us some bargaining chips for the future, which is going to be very, very good. Alright, cool. I think we're ready to end turn, so we're just going to go ahead and hit that button while I sort out my tea supplies. So I'm pretty sure it's had time to brew now. And we're still not being attacked by anyone. Fantastic. Glad to hear. In fact, as I'm doing this, I've also noticed that I don't have any of my notifications or my preview up, so I just need to sort that out as well. Lagging behind a little bit here. Although I had the camera set up this time. So I did one thing right before the stream started. I'm a professional. What kind of tea is my favourite? Tea. Earl Grey. Hot. Best way to drink tea is to burn coffee. I mean, I can agree with that. Burning coffee is good too. The worst way to drink tea, however, is with salt water. I know they tried that in the Boston Harbor. Doesn't really work very well, though. The fall of the Tyrant's Empire. Two former generals of Dong Zhuo's faction, Guo Si and Li Zhu, have rebelled in the capital, sowing further chaos within the Tyrant's faction. Dong Zhuo is having a civil war, apparently. Let me just sort this out real quick. Notifications. Okay, now we've got everything. And something on the mouse mat, which was causing me not to be able to use my mouse. But that's now fixed. Right. Jincheng has got a bunch of build slots. One of which is definitely going to be for farmer housing, because I need you to increase your population. And that should do in the short term. You are still upgrading. Phenomenal. And you have now recovered. You have injuries for another 2 turns, in which time you definitely cannot be allowed to suffer any fatal wounds. What else was I going to try and recruit? You were going to try and get some more Yellow Turban Spearmen, I think. Just so we have a bit more of a front line. That should do. And you're basically just standing over here waiting for something to happen. Otherwise, onwards and upwards. Yeah, sorry about the Boston Harbor thing. You ready to take us back? Make America Great Britain again. Very good. Okay, so they have laid siege to Jincheng. Really?
Madness.
I agree. Madness. And you've also got Ziliang cavalry. Interesting. So Han Su is
Home
irritating.
gladdens the heart.
We did manage to get these two out. Oh, those are yellow... Oh, those are warriors, not spearmen.
What do you wish, my lord?
Never mind. You can stay where you are. We are still making money despite the fact that we are under siege. We're also getting food, which is nice. Are there any assignments or anything that we can do? Jan Mao's finishes very shortly, and actually we have a level up. Jan Mao has in fact leveled up. Fantastic. What's your fan do? Satisfaction and morale for militia units in the army. You are brave, healthy, and suspicious. Which is actually a very good combination for a veteran. Cunning and resolve. So you could get the Strength of the Land buff, which is a charge resist and a 10% armor, which is constant. So you basically can't be charged. Or the Commanding Shout. These are very different abilities.
I return.
Adamant Resolve, Binding Fury, and Nature's Ally. How come those abilities are so different? You're both veterans. And then you've also got Disorientate, which is an Immobilize. A 10-second Immobilize. Well, that's rather nice. But that's mostly for chasing people down. I think we're going to take the Commanding Shout. A 30-second, 15% speed, 10% melee damage, 10% melee armor pierce, and 50 charge bonus. Which will allow you to duel a little bit better. Or you can take Subtlety, which gives you night battles and guerrilla deployment for your retinue. Do we have a veteran in this army yet? I don't think we do we? You know what, Jan Mao would be a great addition. Because you're a scholar, aren't you? Yeah. If you two get on, of course. Which you don't. What about here?
I answer, my lord.
Can't check.
Gladdens the heart.
I'm wondering if Jan Mao would join this army, then we can just move Zhang Kai, because we know that he can fight alongside Zhu He. And we'll do it that way. But man, that guerrilla ability does sound rather nice. Sorry, that subtlety. Depending, of course, on what kind of troops you use. I think I'm going to go with the Commanding Shout. Yeah. Commanding Shout. So now you have that and you have Disorientate, of course. And Jin Cheng is under siege. Yeah, okay, thanks. I knew this. But thank you for the heads up. Oh, we gained an ancillary and I did not check what it was. Curses. Jan Mao Zedong. Ha ha ha. They are not attacking me. Are you actually trying to siege me out here? We've already run out of supplies. Faction developments, communal house building. The stout tree has originated from a tiny rootlet. A tower of 9 stories is raised by heaping up clay. We have studied the scriptures and we have taken our next step towards enlightenment. What shall we study next? Dig through. From beyond our walls you hear the muffled screaming amidst the sound of collapsing masonry. It seems that, in their eagerness, enemy sappers dug too far, too fast, and too greedily. Their tunnel has collapsed. That was lucky.
I cannot. Bring news of what occurred in my absence. Strike true.
So this would be 1,600 against 2,200. They have 2 commanders. Yeah, see, the problem is we already took one turn of attrition, which I kind of wish we hadn't. As that's going to make this battle a lot more difficult. I was rather hoping that they would attack us, but they never did. Ziliang cavalry is going to be a problem. I mean, we do have a couple of yellow turban soldiers. We have got you back up to 92, which is going to help. And they have a vanguard and a sentinel, which these two should be able to duel. Probably, although they are weakened. And the orange is how much damage they'll take at the end of this. Yeah, we're going to have to fight this, unfortunately. Hey, Crystal. They outnumber us by 400. 3 archers, we have no archers. We have a lot of shields though. Yeah, alright, do it. If we fail this, we're still in the city. It just means that we're going to take some extra attrition.
We must do what is needed for China. Sage words, friend. They shall echo through history.
Without this army, they are exposed.
That is very true. This probably is their final army. And it's unlikely that...
I will not squander this opportunity to exact justice.
It's unlikely that they'll have the money to raise another very quickly. Alright. So once again, we do have this rather nice hill between us. Although my reinforcements don't arrive until we're back there, so I think we're going to use this hill. This is going to be a rather more defensive battle, I feel. So let's have all of the cavalry hidden in here. Like so. And then we'll have... Yellow Turban Warriors has a center with mini spears on one side, mini spears on the other side, big spears, and big spears. Now, because we know that they have a lot of archers and they're going to try and shoot us, we'll have these guys back here with you 3 in the center. And in fact, they'll be able to shoot us from the top of that hill. So let's just pull right back. The reinforcements are arriving from down there. I don't want to go too far down the hill. So we'll go back, say, here. I think that works. And that way the cavalry is also close enough to be able to assist and intercept. And then we're actually going to move these guys to that side. Because none of us have courage. Let's do this.
Our reinforcements have arrived.
Get moving! Blades, prepare! Move out quickly!
And we are going to need these reinforcements because we just need the numbers. It's not a huge number of numbers, but it's numbers.
Archers, prepare!
Including a couple of archers, which is lovely. Here come the Jiang cavalry with their rather mean 306 charge. So with those guys, we need to let them charge into something a little more squishy and then basically absorb them. So preferably not these guys. Actually, speaking of which... Doesn't want to duel. Aww. That's disappointing.
Make ready! Bowmen, stand ready!
And they are running towards us. They're going to be exhausted by the time they arrive. Can you get an overview of the plan again? Let them charge into us. Oh, you mean the squishy bit. Because I want them to hit into something and then we can envelop them. And so long as they can't run away, they can't use their charges.
Steel yourselves! To attention! Attend! Attack! You will fall! Unleash fury!
Okay, these guys are actually arriving. Phenomenal! So let's bring the archers in to about here. And then we'll have the swordsman over on this side. Go.
Prepare!
So this is a veteran versus a vanguard. This might actually be a relatively close match.
Feel the fury of
So
the
if I can
earth.
do some extra damage, that would be nice. Oh wow, that was a hell of a lot of damage in fact. And actually... Do you have any... No, you do. You move up here. We'll get you into buffing range. Then we'll just buff him up. Although I don't think we actually need to.
March at the double! Steel yourselves! You are weak!
Shut up and die!
At the ready!
Good answer. Alright, archers, I want you shooting the Ziyang,
Upon them!
Ziliang, whatever they're called.
The time has come! Swords at the ready! Ready! Swords drawn! Stand ready! Take heed, warriors!
Alright, now they've separated themselves up, which is very nice of them, has to be said. I want you to attack that, you to attack that, you to attack that, and then you two to attack that. Go.
Prepare! Our men are spotted.
To attention! Arrows! Stand ready!
Steel yourselves! At the ready!
Steel yourselves! The enemy general is fallen! Name!
Zhang Kai has emerged victorious, has he? Oh, and what's this? Behind their lines, too? Well, isn't that a shame? Although, actually, with your melee evasion, I think I actually want you up here. Fight these guys for a second. Also dismount, remount. That would be nice.
Attend! To attention!
Recharge that. I need to give you two a group. You go ahead and shoot at
Go
this.
on, keep up. I know you can do it.
Oh, how witty! How very witty!
Yeah, we're kind of jokers on our side, aren't we?
The enemy run! Craven!
Attack! Blades! Mounted soldiers! Take heed, warriors! Charge! At the ready!
This is turning out to be another crushing victory.
The enemy warriors are running! Ha!
Shoot!
How much armor do you have? 32. That's a fair amount.
Take heed, warriors!
Strike! Archers ready! Take heed, warriors! Bide my command!
Where are my bosses?
The
You're
time
there.
has come!
You're there. You're over here. Fair enough.
Horses, stand ready!
You've done your job, so go and chase after that.
Archers!
And now all of the horse archers are going to be shooting at this Yang unit.
Rain down missiles! Fight!
charge into
Enemy
there.
general is fallen.
Another general down.
They were no match. Oh, get back up, you coward.
What? It's a hell of a taunt. Get up! I'm not done killing you yet.
Ready, bones. Loose. Knocked and ready. Spears ready. Double time. Destroy them. To attention. Do not relent.
The enemy run! Craven!
Attack. To battle. Cavalry.
And there it is, the victory. Huzzah.
Horses. Move. Bows. To attention, archers. Make ready. No mercy. Make ready. Charge.
Oh, I totally forgot to use these guys. Whoops, sorry. Didn't even use my best unit.
Stand ready. Prepare. Move, move. Show no mercy.
Slow down. We're not done killing you yet.
Ready.
You're still killing the Zhiliang cavalry. You two don't seem to be doing much movement. I think that saber infantry is basically dead.
Raise spears. Attack.
And there we are. Arrows seem powerful in this game. They're not so much powerful as just really long range. I mean, obviously if you're shooting at unshielded characters, then sure, yeah, they're quite good. It's mostly the range that's the dangerous thing. I think this is their last unit. Didn't kill them all. Close victory, but still a victory. They only have 20 men left. Oops. Whoa! My healer killed the most. I mean, if we exclude the cavalry. That's actually quite impressive. I mean, admittedly, you were fighting a duel and you were fighting their guy who refused to duel, which left you just time to murderize. Still, that's quite good.
The people's voice cannot be silenced.
Cha-ching. And I'll take the replenishment. Please and thank
For
you.
China. I return.
Alright, and that's going to allow me to follow up and destroy this army.
Home gladdens the heart.
And we'll still be in this area, so we should continue to replenish. Ouch.
Justice cannot be denied.
And once again, we'll take the
To
replenishment.
action.
My army's just getting bigger. The more they lose, the more troops I gain. Right, we're going to go up to
Advancing.
here and then stop. So we get at least one turn of replenishment, and then we'll launch the assault. You can continue constructing. That is jolly good. And they still own this silk trader, which we want, and then this is a different... Oh, that's Dongming, isn't it? All of this is. And we have another tech. I want to have the campaign movement. I know I'm getting a lot of the old techs rather than the new ones, but they're just so powerful. They're just generally very useful. A war axe and a labor recruiter. Labor recruiter is population. Oh, we don't have any administered commandery spots. War axe for an enormous amount of resolve. Very fast attack rate too.
Summon the merchants. I would browse their goods.
Oh, you could even go for dual war axes. Oh, that's what you've already got. Okay, so the dual war axes are better than the war axe, which we could give to someone else. No, I don't think any of these guys can actually use that. Nope. How's our population? 30,000. What about here? 3,000! And the large town is 7,000. We're getting population at last. It's up from 0. Oh, we actually killed Hansu. Oh no, that's Marwan. Hansu is the faction. Oathsworn. Gong Du and Zhang Kai are now Oathsworn. See, I don't really want to separate those two now. Because these two are kind of brutal side by side. We fought side by side in battle. Together we utterly devastated the enemy's forces. And Gong Du has become determined. +6 resolve, +2 instinct. Haha! This person is convinced the only difference between the possible and the impossible is simply one's persistence. He does seem to come across and win a lot of impossible battles.
Resist corruption and endure hardships.
Okay, you're still losing public order. Why? Food reserves. But reserves are going to be increasing because we do have a food surplus now thanks to the fishing docks. Fish trader. I think we're done here. Oh, unless there's any assignments I can do that are. So we really wanted to get Jian Mao into one of these armies. The only problem is... how?
Prepare my chambers.
Because you two just don't get on.
The mightiest tree survives on its roots.
So he could bring Jian Mao to this army. And then put, what's his face in the other one?
Welcome, my lord.